Happy Tuesday. This week it's all about gratitude, and it's not just this week, it's always. And I just want to emphasize that. Let's see here. What time is it? Cool. We're going to do this for about 45 minutes. It's a little bit dark. Okay, everyone, as we get logged on, it's kind of cold outside, but I really want to show you guys a nice scenario before it is officially, raining, and then it's just so cold. So let's go ahead and find the center of our mat. And let's go ahead and put all distractions aside. I want to invite anybody who has anything that they're grateful for. Think about the bigger picture, including the little things. Let's think about, we're just gonna take several minutes here to think about the things that we are indeed grateful for, like a roof over our head. We can just go over them together. Things that I can think about. I wish it was in person. A roof over our head, and it's not just about the roof over our head, but let's think about the means that it takes to get that roof over our head, right? Having a job is a big one. And then what does commuting to a job look like, right? Is it a large commute? Is it a short commute? If it's a short commute, awesome. We're there, we're not using a lot of gas, maybe we're walking, maybe we're biking to work. Let's be grateful for that. And then if it's a long commute, what do we do in that time? Do we listen to a podcast? Do we listen to music? Do we kind of, get in the vibe, in the groove for like the work mentality? And then also, do you get to marinate? Do you get to, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you get to reflect on what it is that, goes on in our lives, in your life? And for me, what I'm trying to get at is like, sometimes I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. So when I get to work, I know that yesterday I didn't really work on this, like I tapped into it, but it wasn't really a focus. And like today I really want to work on all the strengths from yesterday, and then I want to tap into some strengths from today. I want to like help a coworker, or I want to make sure that I get this pile of whatever stacked, fully stacked, so nobody else has to, it's one less thing for somebody else to worry about. That type thing. So yeah, marinating during the commute to and from work. Family, support system, and what that looks like in our lives. It's not just like, oh yeah, I have a friend that's always there for me, but where are they in their lives? Are you so thankful that they're in a good place in their lives, that therefore they can be in a good place to support us in our well-being in our lives? And so, just kind of taking it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps further back. Like, when I pray for meals, I always try to remember to always bless the hands of all of those who helped in bringing the food to the table. And I'm talking farmers, I'm talking the truck drivers that commuted the goods to the grocery store, and then the people at the grocery store that organized it so neatly for me to take the time to, sort through the perfect strawberries, because they all look the same. And you know, and then my means of where I'm at to be able to go and fetch those. And then whoever genuinely like chopped up blah 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 to put together Thai and rice for me, right? Or curry and rice for me. So with that being said, just want to thank everybody for coming in today on this wonderful brisk Tuesday from the comfort of your home. I want to invite you all to draw your hands to your heart center as we get started here. Definitely pressing your thumbs into your heartbeat right here in the mid of your chest. Simply inhaling through your nose, and go ahead and exhale through your mouth here. Remember to tuck your belly button back towards your spine as you inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Take several of rounds at your own pace as I continue to guide you through this practice of yoga. And as cliche as it may be, how could I not tap into the gratitude aspect of life? Every day be thankful. Every day be thankful for one thing. If you only had the things tomorrow that you were thankful for yesterday, what all would you be thankful for? On your following inhale, as you inhale through your nose into your low belly, expanding the corners. Exhale the belly back towards your spine, lifting the chest and torso, reaching through the crown of your head toward the sky. And as your hips become tighter, go ahead and relax the knees. Easy flow here. On your following inhale, we're gonna fill in all four corners of the belly, low back, and then we're gonna rise the breath into our lower ribs. As you relax the shoulders, continue to keep that torso lifted. Now go ahead and tuck your chin just slightly to find a long neck. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Allow the breath to travel through your nose, around the crown of your head, down your neck, down your spine. And see if you can allow that breath to travel down your legs, your feet, your arms, your hands. Your following inhale, you're going to expand all four corners of your belly, and then your low ribs and into your chest. For your three-part breathing, you can keep a soft gaze. Gently close your eyes. My roommate just got home and she's moving out, so there might have to be a shift in our location of a yoga, or she might be able to use the back door. I'm not quite sure. Making things harder for her. Just what I wanted. Wah, wah. Your following inhale, go ahead and release your hands back down to your knees and relax the jaw, let go of the muscles around your eyes. Just simply sit still here for a moment, feeling the groundedness of the arriving moment when your brain decides to let go of the to-do list and just focus on the sound of your breath. And you're following. Inhale, go ahead and blink softly, open your eyes. As we don't think about all the people and things we're grateful for, I'm kidding. Think about all the things and people you are grateful for. Go ahead and open your arms all the way around and up. Stretch through your forearms, grip your fingers together, and pull yourself up a little bit higher. See if you can relax the shoulders, bring your hands out in front of you. Go ahead and pull those hands so that your scapulas can feel a nice deep stretch. Go ahead and tuck your chin toward your chest. And then inhale, rise your head up. Go ahead and draw your hands over to the right side, or pardon, left side for you. And then around to the opposite side. Go ahead and inhale yourself coming forward. Release the hands out in front. Good morning, Sarah. Right in the walkway. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm gonna go out here. It's fine.
Go ahead and switch the fold of your legs, you guys. And then go ahead and grip your hands onto your knees to give you some grounding support. And then go ahead and lean over to your left side or right side. Just choose a side. And then go ahead and go around forward and over to the opposite way. Just really opening up the hip muscles that wrap around our low back. And then go ahead and swoop around forward and over to the opposite way. One more time. And then over and around. Beautiful. Taking your time here. Really breathing into those tight spots. Feeling as if that pain releases with you on the exhale. When you inhale, go ahead and ease into a relaxing pose. Now go ahead and come back to your center, and we're gonna tuck the belly back, and we're gonna curl the shoulders forward, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, coming forward, look up, press your chest up. Exhale, bring it back. A little seated cat-cow here. Inhale, coming forward, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, look down. Gorgeous. Go ahead and come onto your tabletop. Coming onto all fours here. Check that your hips are above the I would say the backwards. The knees are below the hips, and then your wrists are below the shoulders. Tops of the feet are on the mat, and then allow your heels to come facing toward midline versus falling asleep to the sides. And then once you're in this pose, go ahead and inhale, drop the belly, look up. Same thing, cat-cow, exhale, chin to chest. You're gonna feel a little deepening of the stretch down your low back here. Go ahead and inhale. We're just gonna take this one more time. Exhale, chin to chest. Go ahead and drop your hips over to the left side. Don't get too comfortable here. Inhale, come up, and then exhale over to the right side. Go ahead and inhale, rise up. Bend your elbows, come forward and down as you lead with your heart, and then relax your entire belly here. Keeping your toes curled under, bring your legs together. Draw your shoulders back. And then inhale, press yourself up. Just your torso up to your belly button, and gaze forward. draw your shoulders back a little bit more, relaxing. And then go ahead and release your chin onto the ground. Tops of your feet come onto the mat. And then go ahead and do the same thing now. Draw your shoulders back as you lift your head. And then go ahead and inhale your torso, pressing through your fingertips just to your belly button. Draw those shoulders back. Exhale, come forward and down. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Press yourself back to a child's pose. And you can widen the legs here if you'd like. Walking your hands forward a bit, resting your forehead onto the mat. Take a breath. I kept my toes tucked under, but you're more than welcome to come to the tops of your feet, either or. When you're following, inhale, gaze forward. Spread your fingers wide, middle finger is facing the front of your mat. Come back through that tabletop, curl your toes under, lift your knees off of the ground. Bring your shoulders above your wrists. Gaze over at your big toes, spread your toes wide, press your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet, press onto one leg as you bend the other, opening up the body. When you're following, inhale, go ahead and take it one step forward at a time, all the way to the front of your mat. And then go ahead and allow the crown of your head to simply hang heavy here. Go ahead and interlace opposite elbows. Interlace your arms, finding micro bend at the knees. Resting your torso or chest onto your thighs. Really allow yourself to hang nice and heavy here. Let that blood flow. Maybe shaking out your entire head with some yeses. Letting go of the grip of the arms. As you brace up, go ahead and very gently roll yourself up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae. Keeping a slight bend at the knees. Inhale your arms all the way around and up. Placing your right hand in front of your left. Interlace your fingers and go ahead and reach over to the right side. Gaze forward. Go ahead and bring your right hand behind the left at this time. And gaze and pull over to the left and gaze forward. Find something pretty to gaze at. Go ahead and inhale, come back through center. Release your hands to your low back, fingertips pointing toward the earth. And then go ahead and open your clavicle, your shoulders back. Keeping a micro bend at the knees. Go ahead and inhale, lift your torso, begin to look up. Engaging your core and belly button. Begin to pull yourself back as you lengthen through the legs, giving your back a micro bend. And then inhale, come forward. Go ahead and find a wide stance here. Place your hands onto your hips and find like this balance of where like your belly button is tucked back towards your spine. You're fully pulling yourself together. Beautiful. And I don't want anybody to throw their back, so we're gonna go over to the right side here. And we're we're gonna open the chest. Beautiful. Now we're gonna swoop circle forward, and we're gonna rotate with the hips. And we're gonna go over to the opposite side. We're gonna do huge, 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 huge circles here. Going around the back. Hips were forward, now we're back to where we started. We're gonna take that now one more time. And we'll take it the opposite way, don't worry. Going around. And this is just really gonna open up these side lateral muscles again that we were opening up when we were in the sitting down position. Now we're just adding more movement to it. Now we're gonna go to the other way. Wherever you are, just go back to the other way. Make it even. Keep your hands on your low back for support. Do it one more time. Beautiful. Now go ahead and shake it out. Let it go. Go ahead and inhale, come to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands onto the mat without leaving the palms. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, step your right foot back. Runner's lunge. Inhale your torso slightly. Rotate that back thigh in toward midline. Plant your hands onto the mat. Step the left leg back. Top of the plank. Release your knees onto the earth. Coming forward and down. Bend your elbows. Lead with your hard tops of the feet are on the mat. Inhale up. Forward cobra. Exhale. Through child's pose. Inhale, come up through your tabletop. Curl your toes under top of a plank. Press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. As you look up at your hands, step your right foot forward. Rotate the left leg in toward midline. Inhale your torso slightly. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands onto the mat. Step your left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck your chin, port your chest, and then roll yourself up. Inhale your arms, circle them around and up. And then bring your hands to Pranamasana, prayer pose, to your heart center. Go ahead and grab onto your hips. Step your right foot back. Just a step. Right foot goes at a 45-degree angle. You can grab opposite elbows here. If it's in your practice to do yoga mudra, you're more than welcome to clap. Bring your palms together and then walk them up a little bit. Check in with your hips, make sure that they're square to the front edge of the mat. And then go ahead and hinge at your hip, keeping the right hip going forward, left hip back. Lengthening through the left front leg, distributing the weight of your body through all four corners of both your feet. Continue to bend forward over the extended front left leg. Engaging the kneecaps. Inhale, come up to your standing pose, and then go ahead and look at the back of your mat. So your left foot is now at a 45-degree angle. Front foot is at a facing forward to the front edge of your mat. And then go ahead and bring those hips so that they're square to the front edge of the mat. Press through the outer edge of your back foot, distributing the weight of your body down all feet, all four corners of both of your feet. Go Go ahead and hinge at your hips. Tuck that belly button back towards your spine and lengthen through your torso as you forward fold over the leg. Reaching forward through the crown of your head. Each side is different. Just remember to pull that left hip forward, right hip back. And then go ahead and inhale, come up to standing. Rotate back forward, step it back forward. This part always kind of hurts me, so just take your time bringing your wrists back to normal. Ooh. Looking down at your feet, make sure they're hip width distance. Micro bend at the knees. Inhale your arms all the way around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands onto the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left leg comes back. Lift your torso slightly. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands onto the mat. Step your right foot back. Top of a plank. Release your knees onto the mat. Lead with your heart as you bend your elbows toward your ribs. And then inhale, swoop up for cobra. Exhale, press your hips back to a child's pose. Inhale, come up to your tabletop. Curl your toes under, top of a plank. Bend your knees, press your hips up and back. Begin to lengthen through the legs. Roll your shoulders out. Press through your fingertips. Belly to spine, chest toward thighs. If your heels don't reach the ground, that is A-okay. Be where you are. This is where you're meant to be. Shake out the head. Relax the head a little bit. When you're following, inhale, look up at your hands, step that left foot forward. Roll your back thigh toward the midline. Lift your torso slightly. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands onto the mat. Step that right foot forward. Inhale, halfway look up. And then exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, coming all the way around and up to standing. Extended Tadasana. Palms meet one another. Bring them down to your heart center for Pranayama prayer pose. Go ahead and grab onto your hips. Step your right foot back like you would for a lunge. And then go ahead and inhale, extend through that back leg. So rotate that back thigh in toward midline. Left leg is at a 90-degree angle. And then go ahead and inhale your arms up. Interlace your fingers and reach over to the left side. Come back to center. Open your arms out to a T and rotate over to the left side. Go ahead and reach forward. Release your palm onto the earth or some blocks. And then extend the left arm up toward the sky. You can leave it onto your low back for support. And then make sure you bring that left hip back. Pull it back. Gaze at your thumb or something that's not moving. And then bring it down. Plant your hands onto the earth as you step the left foot back, top of a plank. Release your knees onto the earth. Bend your elbows. Lead with your heart forward and down. Tops of your feet come onto the mat. Inhale up, cobra. Draw those shoulders back. Press your hips toward your heels for child's pose. Inhale up through your tabletop. Curl your toes under top of a plank. Bend your knees. Press your hips up and back. Begin to lengthen through the legs as you roll your shoulders out. Belly towards spine. Press your shoulders away from the earth. Reaching your heels toward the earth here. When you're following inhale, go ahead and look up. Step that right foot forward. Rotate the left thigh in toward midline. Right leg is at a 90-degree angle. Press through the back heel. Inhale your arms up. Go ahead and interlace your fingertips and pull over to the right side. And then go ahead and come through center. Open your arms up to a T and rotate over to the right side. Inhale, come up. Plant your hands, from the T, go ahead and reach your left arm forward as far as possible. Then release it down onto the mat. And then go ahead and reach your right arm up toward the sky, or you can leave it onto your low back for support. And then go ahead and draw that right hip back. Left hip stays where it is. When you're following, exhale, go ahead and draw that right hand down. Plant your hands onto the mat. Right foot steps back. Release your knees. We're going to flush through vinyasa. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up through tabletop, and then we're gonna just come forward and down again and onto our bellies. We're gonna grab a strap if we need it and strap over. We're gonna go both feet today. Wrap it around the tops of your feet. Get you a good grip here. I like to go through the inner part of the strap, through the back and inner, and then around the thumb, so that I have like a full round grip. I'm gonna keep my knees together. I'm gonna look ahead. Heels toward one another, and then draw your shoulders back. Inhale, and then lift your torso and legs up. My knees are wanting to open up, so I'm going to draw those in, lift a little bit higher, and then exhale, bring it down. That's a tough one. Stay right there, you guys. Just want to tap in 1 second here. Awesome. Wanted it to make sure it's still recording, because sometimes it stops me and I don't even know it. Okay, go ahead and get ready. We're going to go into bow pose again.
So I'm all strapped in. Oh, how are you guys? And then I am going to draw my knees together, draw my heels together. I'm gonna have my shoulders back. Inhaling my head, my shoulders. Get ready to press my hips into Mother Earth as I draw my feet up, bringing my knees toward one another, and then my torso higher. Oh, and then release it down. This is a very difficult pose. Take one more breath here. Just relax. Right, on your following inhale, place your hands by your shoulders. Go ahead and press yourself up to your knees. And we're gonna be at about hip width distance here. Having your knees below your hips. And then go ahead and sit your hips towards your heels, grabbing onto your heels here. If you have blocks to put behind you, that's awesome too. And if you can't do this because it's too tight of a pose, you can just put your hands back, draw your shoulders back with you, and then press your hips up. But if you're a little bit more advanced, you can grab onto your heels and then kind of press your hips forward, your chest comes back, and then draw your head back behind with you. If this isn't available, you guys, same idea. You can place your hands back behind you, draw your shoulders back, and then press your hips forward, and you can bring your head back with you. If you can and you're able to, you can walk closer toward your feet, but then press that hip up. And then without allowing your head to just dump behind you, keep pressing your chest up toward the sky. And then let's go ahead and come into a little tiny child's pose where your knees are together as much as possible, your forehead is on the mat, and your arms are by your sides. Take a breath or two here. Thinking about how thankful and grateful we should be for our bodies, for the abilities that it has to do all these things. And go ahead and gently roll yourself up to your hero pose, into sitting position here. And then go ahead and just simply bring your right hand outside your left knee. And then your opposite hand, you can come back for a little support. Give yourself one final twist here. Gaze over to the left side body or left side wall. And then we're gonna take it the other way. So bring your left hand outside your right knee. Right hand comes back for support. Keeping your torso lifted. Find something pretty to gaze at. And you're following inhale, come back forward. Bring your hands out in front of you as you release your knees down to the right, and then bring your feet around in front of you. Go ahead and grab onto the front of your knees. Soles of your feet are on the mat here. Then we're gonna lift our torso, keep a nice tall spine as we begin to lean back, coming onto our toes. And if available to you, you can bring your feet up for boat pose. Bringing your hands out in front of you. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs down. Go ahead and forward fold over your knees. Just let go here. Let go of the breath. Just let your back, let your neck do what it wants to do. Your following inhale. Go ahead and look up and forward, and we're going to extend the legs to the corners of our mat. Oops. And then go ahead and very gently roll yourself back onto your back. Give yourself one final hug. If you'd like, you can stay where you are. Relaxing the knees, the ankles. Letting go of the grip of the tongue. Letting go of the muscles around your eyes. Focus on our breath and we focus on our body. Let's pick a color that brings you sunshine. This color with you for the rest of the day. Anytime you can remember it, go ahead and come back to this place of stillness. And your following inhale, go ahead and blink softly, keeping your eyes shut. Wiggling out the toes, wiggling out the fingertips. Maybe stretching your arms over above you like that morning sunrise. And bending onto your right side in the fetal pose. Taking this moment to thank yourself for showing up, giving your body the maintenance it requires of you. As you keep your eyes closed as much as possible, and press yourself up to your most comfortable seated Sukhasana. Take a moment here to see how you feel in comparison to when you started. Drawing your hands to your heart center, I invite you to constantly think about the things that you are grateful for. And the quote for today was that if tomorrow we only had the things that we were thankful for yesterday, what all would you be thankful for? Attitude of gratitude is a way of living.
blessed. May you have a wonderful day. Maybe you can have some tacos later on. Have a wonderful rest of your kind of week in between. And I thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice of yoga. Namaste. You can blink softly, open your eyes. Good job. You guys, good job. Thank you for joining me live today. I am thrilled to let you know that there will be yoga at Yountville Park on Thursday, Thanksgiving morning. Show up before 9:15. We are going to get started at 9:15. So show up at 9:05. Get ready. There is parking there. It's off of Madison Street. So anyway, I will post that on the links below. And have a wonderful day, you guys. Happy Tuesday.